Greetings to everyone out there listening to us through the magic of the internet. Today we're here with Sampsa Astala, the leader of the band Stala&So, who is taking part in Eurovision 2011. Welcome Samsa, and thank you for taking part in this interview.
Hey, how you doing?
First, can you tell me a little bit about yourself and introduce your band members?
Well, I've been a professional musician now about 10 years, exactly. And as you know, everyone may know already, I used to play in Lordi. And this band, we actually started band So back in 1997. And we've been doing it on and off. And about a year ago, I kind of started to do a solo album of my own.
Yep.
But then, surprise, surprise, the guys from So played most of the stuff. So then we decided to kind of put that old band back together. And now we're Stala&So. So to make a long story short.
Cool. Can you introduce your band members for us? The members of So?
Yeah. Well, the only original member besides me is Nick Gore, who's the bass player, and actually he used to play in Lordi as well back in the days. And then guitar players Pate Vaughn and Sammy J.
Yep.
They've been in the band since I guess 2005, and basically me and Sammy we recorded and produced the album by ourselves mainly. And the newest member is Hank, the drummer. He's an old friend of mine, and he played the most of the drum tracks on the album, so it was kind of natural choice for us to ask him to join the band.
Cool. So of course, everyone remembers you best as Kita, the drummer from Lordi. Why the decision after so many years in Lordi to come as a solo act and then back with So?
Well, yeah. we did the So on and off all the time whenever I had time. Well, obviously, in Lordi, I was only the drummer, and I consider myself as a singer and songwriter. And of course, that's kind of like my child. It's my thing. So after being in Lordi 10 years, and don't get me wrong, it was fun and it was a nice thing to do. But because of my mental health, I needed to do my own thing, and I needed to, I get sick if I can't sing enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was just kind of like it's now or never situation for me to do the album. It has been a dream for me last 10 years to do my own album with my guys. And for me, the ultimate choice would have been that I could have done both, So and Lordi. But obviously the Lordi guys didn't agree, so that's the situation here.
Is there any animosity between you and the other members of Lordi now, or?
No. We used to be friends before Lordi already, so it's kind of I don't want to waste my time for that kind of crap. We are human beings, and it's only rock and roll. That's the thing.
Excellent. Now with So, do you write the songs together as a band, or is it primarily yourself who creates the music?
Well, most of the songs they come from me, but of course, there's a couple of songs that I write with Sammy, and for example, the Eurovision song Pamela I co-wrote it with Sammy. The guitar riff is his, and then I have a couple of songs because the upcoming album there's 11 songs, so the oldest songs are from the 90s and the newest songs is from last year, so it's kind of like combination, the best of from through all the years. So there's a couple of songs that I co-wrote with Nick as well. But of course, the door is open for everyone. But like I said, I started to do this as a solo album, so that's why maybe the most of the songs, are mine.
So after already being part of Lordi's win in 2006, what was behind the decision to have another attempt to go to Eurovision?
Well, it's kind of like a funny story because while I was mixing the album, and a friend of mine heard one of the songs, and he told me that you should send this song to Finnish Eurovision to Yle. They had this kind of open competition, you can send songs there, blah, blah, blah. And I was just laughing, and no way, I'm not going to do it. And he was like convincing me, okay, you should do it, and I was like, well, what the hell? And it was the very last day that I could do it. So, I went to internet and I searched the rules and stuff, and then I noticed that the same composer can send 2 songs. And the very same day, I was just finishing the mixing of Pamela. So I was like, well, what the hell? Let's put this there as well. And I just put those songs there. It was maybe the last hour that I could do it before the time closes. And then I didn't think about it at all. I was like, it's like you're taking a lottery.
Yeah.
You don't think of that. Okay, I'm gonna win. And then I guess it was a couple of weeks, a month later. I got the call that, okay, yeah, congratulations, you're in. And I was like, what? So it was kind of like, I wasn't, and the song, I didn't write the song for the Eurovision at all. It was just one funny thing that I was like putting the songs there and suddenly we're in. And I still can't believe it, but it's a funny story at least.
So you mentioned that you submitted 2 songs. What was the other song?
It was called Won't Let You Down Again, and it's going to be our upcoming album as well. But the Yle guys, they picked Pamela. So
fair enough.
Because they are wise people.
Well, in your own words, can you describe your song, Pamela?
Well, it's pretty easygoing 80s hard rock and roll song, kind of like tongue in cheek.
Yep.
It's not too serious, but I like the way it's kind of like it's really like up tempo, kind of like party song.
Yeah.
Most of the Finnish songs, the other contestants, it's like really easygoing and smooth and slow songs. So we are kind of like the total opposite to it. But I guess it's in a way our band is really, for example, our live experience. We are like smiling all the time, and it's kind of like having a good time, having like the biggest party ever. So in that way, that song represents us like perfectly. And we're gonna have lots of fun there.
Excellent. So, well, glam rock is a style that is often as much about the show as it is the song. Can you give us any insight on what we can expect from the stage performance?
Well, we are rehearsing some choreographic moves. So It's going to be a funny thing. There's 6 guys on stage looking funny and like larger than life kind of characters. And doing some choreographic moves like from Britney Spears videos. So it's going to be hilarious.
Well, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing that.
Yeah.
Do you have any favorite Finnish Eurovision songs?
Well, yeah, I guess I have back in the 80s when I used to watch those every year.
Yep.
There's a couple of like Virvel Rostis Sata Salama.
Yep.
I mean, like Finnish. Do you mean like Finnish Eurovision songs or?
Well, Finnish or any other, your choice.
Well, yeah. Well, in Finnish it's maybe Virvel Rostis Sata Salama or Ami Aspelund Fantasia. Those are maybe my 2 favorite like Finnish Eurovision songs. Then I always remember, but I can't remember which was the artist. Like back in the 80s, there was this one song from Czechoslovakia.
Yep.
And it was like a really cool song, but I can't remember what was the name of the song or the artist. Then, of course, ABBA's Waterloo it's a cool song.
Do you remember how the Yugoslavian song went at all?
No, I can't. But I just remember I was maybe like 9 or 10, and I thought that was the greatest song ever.
Fair enough.
No, but I can. It was maybe like 1984 or something like that. That was maybe yeah.
So you have a production company which you run entirely by yourself. Can you tell us a little bit about your work with So Music Finland?
Well, basically, I do all my stuff through that company. So, um, for example, I obviously I have my own studio, so I'm producing another bands as well,
Yeah.
like mainly like Finnish, like independent like hard rock bands, like young guys who doesn't have the record deal yet, and they don't have enough money to go to a like big studio and stuff. So I'm kind of like helping those guys out, for a small amount of money, so they can, because they are, when you're 18 or 20, you're like,
Yeah.
you're living your rock and roll dream, even though, you just go to a, rehearsal loft and play your songs.
Yeah.
But I'm there to help those guys, because when I was at their age, I didn't have anyone. So I'm kind of like, I wanna pass the torch in a way and help those guys out. Then of course, I'm also doing some songs to another artist as well. For example, yesterday there's this Finnish guy called Vellu Rovals, and he's doing his solo album right now. So we were writing some songs for him as well. And then sometimes I go to singing backing vocals to some people's albums and stuff like that. So it's like whatever. Sometimes I go and mix some bands live or whatever. Everything that concerns about something kind of music and music business. So I can do it through So Music Finland.
Marvelous. So it sounds like you spend almost your entire life devoted to music.
Yeah.
When you're not making music, what do you do with yourself?
I'm sitting in the sofa and watching TV, watching The Simpsons or Family Guy. Of course, I have plenty of friends. I have plenty of good friends. So of course I'm meeting my friends mainly in bars, but there's nothing wrong with that. So
Of course not.
but yeah, it's kind of like well, some people, some fans, they ask me that, so if you wouldn't do music, what would you do? And I'm kind of like, well, I have no idea. Maybe I would be a manager or a record label guy or something like that, because music has always been really like fun to me. It's like it's a way of life.
Yeah. So music is your life.
Yeah.
If you're unsuccessful in Eurovision, what are your plans for yourself and So for the rest of 2011?
Well, we are still releasing the album and touring, hopefully in Europe as well. And like I said, the Eurovision wasn't like planned thing. It's actually the kind of like same thing that happened with Lordi as well. So it was kind of like side path.
Yeah.
We back then as well, we were having a new album. It was coming out. So basically, the Eurovision thing, especially here in Finland, it's really good opportunity for us to promote the album and in our case promote the band as well. Okay, here's a band called Stala&So, check it out. And that's the thing. So if we win it, if we lose it, we still have the goal is already achieved, that the TV time, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So after the Eurovision, we're still gonna, release the album, doing the tour, and starting to do a next album. So
regardless of whether you win or not, you've achieved your goal.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Cool.
Of course, we hope that there's enough people to like our music or like our act, so they will vote us. But we already have a plan A. So the Eurovision might be the plan B, but then you need to have the plan C as well.
Of course. Well, finally, do you have a message for our readers and listeners?
Well, once again, just enjoy the whole event. It's an amazing thing to be part of. In that, I've already done that once, and it was like really great. And I'm looking forward to participate this year as well. And I hope, like from the bottom of my heart, that you will be entertained when we are hitting the stage.
Well, thank you very much. On behalf of our readers of ESC Daily, I'd like to thank you wholeheartedly for participating in this interview, and wish you all the best in the third semi-final on the 28th of January.
Okay, thank you very much.